Happy Friday, Epic 7, and welcome to day number 5 of Ancient Inheritance. Here is a updated map of floor number 3. I'll have this map in the description, as well as this map, which is floor number 3 with Baka 7's pathing. Now, I don't get very far in this video, so I'll probably put up a second one a little bit later. I want to get to that Warden up there and to the right, but I have 100 provisions. Sorry, I have 60 provisions to burn through, so I'm going to slide up and grab a little bit of loot on the way. Now remember, on floor number 3, it's perfectly fine to pick up personal loot chests and even do normal monster fights if you have the provisions and units to do so. It's well worth it, and it will help you clear out the shop. You don't have to get every single one. You'll notice I'm skipping the majority of monster fights and quite a few personal chests I'm passing up on as well. That's because floor number 4 is massive. There will be more than enough normal monster fights and chests there to completely clear out the shop, and it's still only week 1. Week number 2 is really the week you want to get your loot on. Once you buy out the shop, there's not much use for looting at that point, so don't fret about missing things too early. And wow, this is a really unpleasant scroll. I don't have a lot of fighting to do, and it is 300 experience and an epic artifact, so I'll go, or epic catalyst, so I'll go ahead and take this. Remember, if none of the options look good to you, you can always cancel out. You don't have to accept the rewards that the scrolls give you. In fact, this scroll right here is a great example of one you should just skip. Okay, so treasure chests, experience points, monster fights. I could do all of this, but I value my provisions a little bit more right now. I want to be able to make sure I can get to the priest if he's open today, so I'm skipping all of these. I will grab the relic though, because I do have the 4-leaf clover, and I can replace the food provisions, so whatever great one I get is... Okay, you know what? That's Old Nib is the best relic in Ancient Inheritance. Every time you use a scroll, you get 2 class enhancements, and it has no expiration to it. If you see a blue Old Nib, grab it. It is totally worth having. And I still have one more play on my gold leaf clover, so I can replace that later. That statue is mages. I'm not building mages, so I'm going to skip the statue. Let people who are building mages grab it. I will slide up and grab the tent. I doubt its uses have been exceeded. Yeah, it hasn't even been used yet. So that's 5 extra provisions for me on this floor. And that makes up for grabbing the relic. So I'm back up to 52 provisions. So I'll slide over here and take out the Warden. Now the Warden on my side is the Blind Eye Witch. This is a Dark Warden. Works the same as all of the other Wardens with regards to mechanics, except since he's a Dark Warden, if you take any RGB units into the fight, they get -2 health, defense, and speed. Or health, attack, and speed. So you want to try to stick with ML units. I'm going to try something a little bit different today just to see how it works. I'm going to run 4 warriors. I've got Camilla on Sigurd's Scythe. The Sigurd's Scythe will hopefully help keep her healthy. I'll run Conqueror Lilius on Sigurd's Scythe, and I'll take Mediator Queric on Sigurd's Scythe, and I think I'll take Judge Kisei on, you guessed it, Sigurd's Scythe. Now if you don't have 4 Sigurd Scythes, that's okay. Really good healers, in fact I wish I had done this, really good healers for this are Blaze Dingo. I would have replaced Conqueror Lilius with Blaze Dingo, and this team would have been a lot stronger. Doris is also a really good healer. Now, the Lich does seal passives, but most of Doris's skills come from her skill tree, and the skill trees are not impacted by seal. They're not considered passives. So she is really good in this fight as well. A very underrated healer who does a really good job in this would be Sonya. She is the ML 3-star light healer that is not really used anywhere else in the game. She's very good in this. She's a solid healer. She brings a lot to the table.
Allow me to purify you.
And you know, Hand Guy I brought mostly because I wanted the barriers to help keep me alive, but he didn't do as much either. I could have replaced Mediator Queric with Kitty Clarissa. And one other thing I didn't mention earlier too is although non-ML units have their health and speed and attack reduced, Acades actually works quite well in this. Mostly because every other turn she's got her immortality shield up, her invulnerability shield up, and that protects her from a lot of the shenanigans, and her healing power is strong enough with her S3 that she survives pretty well. So even though RGB units are punished, Acades works quite well. Stick her up in the front so that her gold shield is eating a lot of the hits. I'll go ahead and speed this fight up, but it's a pretty clean fight. For no healers, it racks up about 500,000 points. I think I probably could have doubled that if I put Blaze Dingo on the team in place of Mediator Queric, and maybe Kitty Clarissa in place of Conqueror Lilius, or even just left Conqueror Lilius in place. She would have actually been fine there. The vigor helps. So 500k is a solid score. It's nothing I'm too excited about. I'm sure some other people will rack higher scores, but it's a pretty good score for no healers. Remember, you are on the clock with the stackable defense penetration that the Lich gets. Looks like only myself and Redos have hit this Lich so far, so Okami, Puddles, Taki, a lot more people are getting ready to hit the Lich. Let's see how the right side looks. Oh my, okay, so they have almost dropped the Water Lich on the right-hand side, so I'm going to go ahead and stop here. I really kind of want to hit this team a second time running Blaze Dingo. I'd love to see how that works out, but I've only got 39 provisions, and I need to save them if I want to have enough to get to the priest fight today. So I will go ahead and end here, and maybe we'll pick up a second part of this video later this evening. I hope you're enjoying these walkthroughs. If you are, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. That's always appreciated. Questions in the comments section, and check the description for maps. Have a great one, everybody.